So, who do I think needs a game? Which superhero should have a video game?
A superhero that I think definitely needs to be in a video game.
I think... Okay, so I had a couple.
I'm going to cheat. I'm going to give you two answers.
I can only pick one, obviously. So, I ended up picking... And hear me out when I say this.
So, my first answer would be Cosmo.
Doctor Strange.
I'm gonna go with Batman Beyond.
Because he's a dog. And that's all that matters.
Honestly, I think it'd be perfect.
No, I know that sounds nuts, kinda. But, like, think about it. The dude can jump everywhere and anywhere he wants, right?
He's a dog. And he can talk. I mean, all life's questions would be solved if dogs could talk. And obviously he's got other heightened abilities, etc., etc. But, you know, if he wants food, he can tell you. He can warn you. Instead of just barking, you don't have to stand there guessing for ages. Plus, he's man's best friend.
First off, mechanically, I think this game would be sick. Like, think about it. With the amount of stuff that suit can do, or could do in the show, this game could literally be like a mix of Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Watch Dogs. Like, imagine just jumping across buildings, flying around, using the high-tech suit for whatever you want to do with it. Like, the amount of options there is insane.
Like, we're not even talking about the magical side of him, like, any further, like, in terms of spellcasting, fighting abilities, which would be a whole other thing in of itself, because you could import, I know I'm going to get hate for this, but, like, if you import, like, well, actually, no. Let me be confident, honest about my opinion. If you import, like, Arkham mechanics, fighting mechanics, or Spider-Man fighting mechanics, which are loosely based off of Arkham fighting mechanics, I guess. If you had that sort of thing, but with magic, that would be wicked.
This would obviously be on the next-gen consoles, PS5, and the Xbox One that no one actually cares about. So, graphically and mechanically, this would skyrocket.
Co-op? Why not? I mean, I suppose being a dog wouldn't be the most fun of characters, but I wouldn't mind playing your canine friend with super dog abilities. I think you might have a bit of telepathy as well. Yay, nay? Correct me if I'm wrong, Josh.
Correct!
Then my second answer would have to be She-Hulk.
I don't know if a lot of people will be into this, but first person and third person I think could actually work with this.
I'd like to experience her origin. As what I know is that she's a relative of Bruce Banner. Josh, edit up here somewhere exactly what relative she is. And she's a lawyer. And then needs a blood transfusion, blah, 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 blah. But she can learn to control her powers. Like her anger, sorry. So, I'm not really sure how you put that into a video game per se. I'd probably make it something that's very similar to Spider-Man. We have various different missions. Or you can help... Oh my gosh! So, she fights, obviously, with various of the mainstream superheroes that we know. So, she's fought with, like, the Avengers, she's fought with Fantastic Four.
There was an Iron Man game that came out, and I'm pretty sure that had first person as well as third, and that worked fine. Obviously, early days of PS3, technology wasn't at its peak, so it had some drawbacks, but for the time, it was alright.
So imagine that, combined with being able to jump into any universe you want, and because of current technology, we could probably expand the number of universes, high detail, real-time transferring between, like, realms, which is insane. But, and this is like a super duper mega big but, I don't know if people would invest in it just because he's not a super mega standout character. However, he does have his own solo MCU Disney film. And so... Like, yeah, he's had other animated films and stuff, but I mean, like, in terms of MCU, where, like, money's coming in and stuff, he now has his own film.
And it was super underrated, which is why this is probably a weird option. But while it was on, I mean, Saturday mornings, that's what I was getting up to watch. I don't know about you guys.
So imagine, like, there's a game of her, and there's, like, side missions where you can fight with them. And Cosmo. You have to include Cosmo.
This could actually be a huge market that DC could step into.
But imagine that. You're in the middle of a fight, and you just disappear. And they're like, no, I'm going to follow you. And then they follow you.
Just think about the storyline and all the other things that I was saying earlier about the mechanics and just the potential on these next-gen consoles, man.
I mean, it would just be cool just to see, instead of Hulk smash, She-Hulk smash. Why not?
You could combine the world jumping, the fighting styles, and then you can explore more magic elements, which we don't really see. Off the top of my head, you don't really see much in the way of video games as a main character who is a superhero. And so having, you know, someone like that with those kind of powers would be completely different and unique. So I personally think, yes, Doctor Strange, 100%.
This could work. I probably sound crazy right now, but this could work. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Let us know what you guys think of that in the comments. Let us know what you think about the other options as well. And yeah, that's basically it.